This is for all my people-pleasing friends. What I want you to know is that there's hope for you. Not just hope, there's another life waiting. People-pleasing is like one of the most challenging ways to be. The truth of it is that being a people-pleaser has never really been articulated for just what it costs us in adulthood. But the thing that I want you to know is that people-pleasing is having a perfectly developed personality, that there is really nothing wrong with you. That's hard to, stomach when in adulthood we're always getting used, taken advantage of, beguiled, betrayed, discarded, sabotaged, and smeared, and always being the ones holding the bag. In a world where it's pretty cruel to people that are kind, people that love other people. But that's the cross we bear. That this is just the life of being a good person in 2023. That this isn't a world designed for people that are going to walk around seeing the good in everyone. Now, that said, getting out of people pleasing is not about being mean. It's not about turning off. It's not about, red flagging everything. It's not about, foregoing trust. The worst thing we can do as a people pleaser is lose faith in others, is forego trusting people. Because what I will say about trust is that trust and not trust is the same thing. If you really think about what it's like to trust someone, it's putting faith in someone, blind faith, right? It's like hoping that it works out, hoping that they're not like the last one. We only have to trust people when we lack discernment. And discernment for people pleasing is the biggest challenge because we grew up hardwired to see the good in people. The reason we see the good in people is because that's how we normalized our environment as children. It's how our hypervigilance worked to protect us by being sensitive to the emotions of others. It's why we have such a difficulty saying no. Is that saying no to our parents, well, it was punishable. Being sad or having emotions meant that there was something wrong with you. That's why it's so hard to grieve, is that normal sadness makes us think that there's something wrong with us, and the sadness of others has us preoccupied with making them better. We think there's something wrong with other people. The truth is there's nothing wrong with people feeling any which way. Where we go is rumination. We can get stuck in our head that there's no hell like being someone ruminating, someone that has a big divide between your knowledge and what you understand and how you feel emotionally. That it's a very conflicted existence of confusion where people that you put your faith and trust in, people that you see the best in, people that you see the future of, people that you bring with you on this journey, the people that you love the most are the ones that hurt us the most. But you see, it would be wrong to think that that's people. And it'd be even worse to think that it's us. It is us, but not because we're broken, not because we're damaged, not because we're not enough for other people. Because we care in a world where people don't. Because we see the sadness, we see the needs of others, and we respond. We intervene. We interfere with the world of the narcissist, that we compete for control in their world by trying to drag them into a better place. We tend to be analytical. Some of us are ground-up thinkers. Some of us have profound gifts of analysis. Some of us see the big picture. Some of us truly can visualize a future that works. And we use our light, we use our love to the benefit of others, hoping that they notice, hoping that they recognize. And the recognition is always in the form of external validation because we grew up in environments where acknowledgement never really happened, where you being good enough was really about how they felt about what you did or didn't do. And so the acknowledgement that we're trying to get is also something we run from. How often have people really noticed how great you are and it made you uncomfortable? You might be somebody waiting for your life to be perfect before you deserve love, before you deserve respect. You might be living your life trying to be good enough, having all these things that you're trying to manage. You're the one that's organizing all this stuff for people. You're the one trying to hold your family together. You're the one still trying to make your parents proud of themselves by being proud of their child. And you're the one that keeps getting denied. You're the one that keeps getting bludgeoned and crucified. You're the one that keeps getting smeared and holding the bag. We are the sheep amongst the wolves. We're the sacrificial lambs. We're the ones that at the very core, there's an inner innocence. That we're the one that has the child inside that just wants to play, that just wants to love, that just wants to connect, that just wants to be seen, that just wants to be heard and understand. Like, we've lived in a world where people have refused to acknowledge us, where people have foregone the opportunity of having somebody like us in their life. That part of the heartbreak of our world is not just what they do to us, but what they do to themselves. That I've walked away from people knowing that they threw away the opportunity of me. That I was heartbroken for them too. That I've never sought revenge. That I've always been forgiving. But this ongoing need to understand people is something that blinded me. What there is to see is that our need to understand is what we used as children to reframe reality, to coexist with these people. That when we go up to people confused about why did you do this to me or why are you doing that, we're opening our mind to Darvo, we're opening our mind to gaslighting and guilt tripping, and that we have so much automatic guilt that people can literally bend our reality just by acting a certain way, just by mistreating us a little bit. In a world of deceivers, in a world of liars, in a world of con people, you're the real deal. You have real love inside you. You have real gifts. And the gifts that you have are not about money. They're not about material. They're not about accomplishment. It's who you are for people. And who you are for people is a gift. Who you are for people is love. Who you are for people is forgiveness and acceptance. That there is a kindness about you. Now, you may be reactive. You may be protecting yourself now. You may be hiding out. You may be tired and exhausted. You may be down. You may be betrayed. You may feel broken. But what I want you to know is that you can let all that go. When you realize it isn't you, when you realize there's no such thing as not good enough, when you realize you're not broken, when you realize it was never something wrong with you, not from childhood, not from high school, not in college, not now, not ever, that you were never not good enough for your parents, even if you felt that way. You were never not good enough for a narcissist. You've never truly been broken. You felt these things, yes. These things we had to adopt. We had to be this way to coexist. We had to feel like we had control. And how do we have control? By understanding. By working to make the unhappy people happy. That's what kept us safe. We couldn't say no. We had to be conflict avoidant in order to not cause injuries in our parents. We had to be nice. You don't have to be nice. You can be kind, but we got to stop feeding the pearls to the pigs. We have to be able to see the difference between empty validation and recognition and acknowledgement. But first, before you can be acknowledged by anybody else, you're going to have to acknowledge yourself. You're going to have to see that the love you're chasing is the same thing as running from the love that you already have within. That everything you've been trying to get is already within you. And when you find that, and you find your peace, and you find your power, you'll find yourself. That the person you think you lost wasn't really you at all. There's a bigger you in there. And I'm here to help people find it. If you're interested in knowing more, check out the live stream or email me. I'm here for all of us, so let's go. Let's go. It's time.